Hey there, Lana here. So, today I want to drop into something really tender and true, and honestly, really needed, especially with how loud the world has gotten lately. So much of what we see and read and even feel pulled towards these days, it's not even grounded in anything real. We're swimming in imagery, algorithms, AI generated faces, fake smiles, deep fake everything, and it's getting harder to tell what's true, what's actually true. And if you're like me, maybe you felt it too, this quiet ache inside, part of you asking, what can I trust? What's real anymore? So that's what I want to talk about, not in a heavy way, but in a real way, because amidst all of that noise, there's this one place that's still pure, still wise, still deeply, deeply real. And that place is your body. So let's start here. Your body is not just this shell you live in or this thing you're supposed to fix, sculpt, push harder, or transcend. It's not separate from your spirit or your wisdom or your intuition. Your body is the interface, it's the bridge. It's the part of you that's been whispering the truth all along. And your nervous system? That's the control panel, the filter, the translator of your entire human experience. It doesn't matter how good your life looks on paper. If your nervous system is dysregulated, if your body is in a constant state of threat, you won't feel safe enough to receive any of it. That's why this conversation isn't about wellness trends or biohacking or even healing in the traditional sense. It's about remembering that your body is the one place truth always lives. It knows before your mind does. It knows what's real. It knows what's next. And the more you build a relationship with that knowing, the more life starts to make sense again. Let's talk about something I use with clients all the time: inner mapping. And this is where things get fun. Inner mapping is the process of tuning in not just to the function of your body, but to the imagery that lives inside you when you think about different parts of your system. So let's try it right now. Take a breath and bring your awareness to your stomach. If you had to picture it, not anatomically, but energetically, what do you see? What colors show up? What textures? Is it soft, knotted, spacious, inflamed, heavy, hollow? Whatever shows up, that's your access point. That's your communication channel. You can do this with any part of your body: your lungs, your kidneys, your brain, your womb, your spine, your throat. You don't need to know the correct anatomy. You just need to be curious, because those inner images, they hold more truth than we give them credit for. They reflect how we feel about those parts of ourselves, how we relate to function, trust, power, expression, digestion, emotionally and energetically. And when we start to work with those images, to change them, to ask them questions, or invite them to shift, real healing and change happens, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually, and most importantly, energetically. Now let's zoom out a bit. We are in a moment where it's becoming harder and harder to discern truth just by looking at something. With AI-generated images, social media filters, perfectly curated lives, we're being shown reflections of reality that have been completely manufactured. And the human mind is so susceptible to suggestion and to patterns and to manipulation. So what do? Well, we drop down, we drop back into the body, because the body can't be faked. It doesn't lie. It doesn't do illusion. Your felt sense, your gut instinct, your breath, the tension in your shoulders, the way your chest opens or closes in response to something, that's your compass. In a world full of false signals, your nervous system is your tuning fork. And you get to ask it, does this feel true? Is this for me? Do I feel more regulated or more fragmented in response to this? This is discernment. This is embodied sovereignty. And this is what keeps you from outsourcing your truth to someone or something else. So let's make this real, because all of this sounds lovely, but how do you actually do it? Here are a few things to try. First, practice the yes/no body scan. So think of something that feels like a full body yes, like being in nature, hearing someone you love laugh, a project that excites you, and notice what happens in your body. Then bring in a clear no, something that drains you or feels heavy. Notice the shift. This is your baseline for intuitive decision making. Second, breathe into your belly. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, stuck, unsure, just pause. Place a hand on your belly and invite your breath down lower. It sounds super simple, but it changes your whole state. Third, ask the question, where is this living in my body? Whether it's anxiety or joy or confusion, track it. Let your body be the map, not just your mind. It helps give you clarity. Number 4, inner image journaling. So pick one body part and close your eyes. What do you see? What is the landscape like there? You can even ask it, what do you need from me? And let it answer. And finally, move. Movement is medicine. So if you're stuck in thought, get into sensation. Stretch, shake, walk, roll on the floor. Let your body do what it wants to do. It knows how to move what your mind cannot figure out. This isn't about control, it's about relationship. So I'm going to say it again because it feels so important. In a time where everything is being distorted, the body remains real. Nature is real. Breath is real. The way your hands feel on your own skin, the pull in your gut when something is wrong, the peace that floods in when something is right. That's the wisdom we are being asked to return to. You don't need a guru. You don't need a perfectly regulated morning routine. You don't even need to understand all the world's systems or what's going on. You just need to come home to your own inner terrain, to the truth that's been here the whole time. So if you're feeling spun out, unsure, disconnected, start here. Place your hand on your body. Take one breath in. Ask yourself, what's true right now? What do I know in my bones? Your body will answer, not always in words, but always with truth. Let that be your compass. And if this episode helped you remember something, share it. Not to grow a platform, but to grow a field of embodied people in a world that desperately needs them. You're not crazy for needing real. You're just remembering what's always been true, and your body knows.